Hi, I'm Daniel from LEGO.co.uk and this is the Pure Woodland Glow. Pure have been on the UK scene for a fair while now and they're best known for their wooden style DAB radios. As you can see though, this is something a little bit different. It's a Bluetooth speaker, but it's also a camping lantern. Now, when you're packing for a camping trip, space is always at a premium, especially if you're not taking the car with you, which is where the Woodland Glow really comes into its own, as it combines 3 camping essentials: lantern, Bluetooth speaker, and it's also a power bank, into one compact little package. But how does it perform as all 3? Let's take a closer look. Let's start out with a little look at the design of the Woodland Glow. Now, Pure haven't really reinvented the wheel here. They've taken the standard designs that you'd expect for a camping lantern and Bluetooth speaker and combined them into one package. So you've got the lantern on the top, and then the speaker itself forms the base. Pretty smart design actually, as it gives the base a good bit of weight. Means it's less likely to accidentally get knocked over or blown over in the wind. And on the bottom as well, there's a little rubber tread to hold it down as well, and a little tripod thread if you want to screw it onto something, attach it like that. In this very nice fetching green colour, which fits the outdoors theme nicely. Then on the top, you've got all of the controls. Bluetooth controls are down here. The light control is up here, which I'll come on to later. And then you've got this nice chunky volume wheel in the middle, really easy to just grab and turn without looking at it. So very good for an outdoor speaker. And then literally to top it off, you've got a carry handle on the top here. Soft fabric rather than the plastic that I've seen on some camping lanterns, which I find can sometimes be a bit uncomfortable, dig into your hand. Not an issue here, it's nice and soft, means you can carry it or of course hang it up. I should also mention that the Woodland Glow is IPX6 rated, which means it is rainproof. It's not strictly waterproof, as that's IPX7, and that means something that you could completely submerge in water. Can't do that with this, but to be honest, unless you drop it in a river or something, you're not going to. More than capable of handling a bit of rain or being used outside while it's raining, so ideal for an outdoor speaker. So what about the Bluetooth speaker element of the Pure Woodland Glow? Well, I have to say I was actually very impressed with this. I didn't expect a huge amount, given that it combines a speaker with a camping lantern. I've found that with a lot of products in general, if they try and combine 2 different things, they can sometimes sacrifice on the quality of one of those. But Pure have brought all of their audio engineering know-how to the Woodland Glow and made a very nice little speaker indeed. I'll just put on some royalty-free music in the background while I talk about the sound quality. I'm not sure how well it will come across on screen, but it sounds pretty good in person. As with most Bluetooth speakers, it's very nice and easy to set up, just a case of pairing up your device with the speaker and then playing whatever you want to play. I particularly like that the speaker goes all the way around the base, 360 degrees, which is ideal for an outdoor speaker. If you've got it in the middle of a campsite with a big group of people, or you're just moving around the campsite listening to some music while you clean up or something, you'll be able to hear nice and clearly wherever you are. Quite a bit of bass to the speaker for a little speaker as well. Good sound quality. Genuinely very impressed. It uses Bluetooth 5.3 technology, which is the latest version of Bluetooth at the time of recording. So it holds a connection well. If you've got your phone in your pocket and you're moving around a campsite or pop in a caravan, it's not going to cut the sound out of the speaker. There's also an aux-in port on the back of the speaker, so if you, say, take an old iPod with you to listen to music while you're camping, don't want to use up your phone battery, you could plug that straight in here. And you could even connect up 2 Woodland Glows to each other for full stereo sound as well. As for the light element of the Pure Woodland Glow, it is a lantern, not a torch, so it's not hugely bright, but for a camping lantern, it does the job just fine. I tested this out in the garden, had it on a little camping table, and I found once it got dark, it was plenty bright enough to see the immediate area and still be able to see what I was doing. If you were pouring out a drink on the table, you can still see nicely, or getting changed in the tent. It's plenty powerful enough for that. There's actually two different light modes on the lantern part of it. You've got this sort of yellowy, orangey glow for a bit more ambience, or if you turn it to the midway point, it'll switch to this sort of brighter white light, and you could adjust both of those. Turn it off, you'll see, get the white light first, up to the midpoint, then once it's hit its brightest, switches to the yellow. And you could turn that all the way up or down. And because it's got this nice handle on the top, really easy to pick up and use it to find your way around the campsite as well. It charges up via a USB-C cable, as most things nowadays tend to. You get one of these in the box. It's not the longest, but it does the job. That charging port is located underneath this little rubber flap, which ensures that the Woodland Glow is weatherproof and that the charging port isn't going to get damaged if you use the speaker out in the rain. It's also where the aux-in port is that I already mentioned, and is a nice segue onto the final point that I've got to make about the Woodland Glow, which is that it's also a portable power bank. You can use this for charging things up either via USB-C out if you've got one of those, or more likely you'll have a USB-A out. The max life, battery life of the Woodland Glow, if you're just using it as a Bluetooth speaker, is about 14 hours. You get maybe a little bit more than that if you're just using the lantern, or that 14 hours if you're using a mix of both. Obviously, if you're using it as a power bank, that is going to detract some of that power. I mean, you'll get less time with the Bluetooth speaker, but it's still a really good option to have there. If you've got another power bank and it runs out, or you just forget to bring one and you want to charge up your phone, then it's great to have that option available here, and makes it a very versatile camping accessory indeed. So there we have it, the Pure Woodland Glow, a camping lantern, Bluetooth speaker and power bank, all wrapped into one free neat little package, which gets a thumbs up from me. If you've got any questions or comments about this product, pop them below. And to get your hands on one of these for yourself, head over to ligo.co.uk.